Good afternoon. How are you? I'm great. Thanks for asking. Um, I have been informed between the time I dropped the video and now that this is indeed Tuesday and not Monday. Oh, y'all, that's some of the problem with working from home. You don't have any, like, what day is it? I'm usually, well, it's probably about 50-50 if I'm being totally honest, whether or not I'm losing a day or I've gained a day. How's everybody doing? Let me say hi to the kids in class and then I'll get my shit together here. Pardonnez-moi. Un momento. Fairy Dust, good morning. Outlaw, how are you? Hi, Clancy, how you doing? Emmy, headstones and headlines. Good morning, girl. I'm gonna play that little clip you sent me yesterday. Y'all, Emmy sent me a clip of, well, at that time it was just pantsless Betty, and now we've added braless Betty. Oh, for the sweet Jesus, I don't want to see any of that. But when she sent that to me, I was actually working all day yesterday. And as I was doing some very boring paperwork, like accounting and whatnot, and listen, it was pure kismet that I actually saw it in any kind of timely manner, because Proton, I don't know, it's not hooked up, it's not synced with my other emails, like my Gmail, my Yahoo. I think I have another email. Y'all, I have more damn emails. It's absurd, and I hate all of them. But it, as I was working on my iPad, I just happened to come across the top, the Proton icon, and it said headstones and headlines, and I was like, "Ooh, well, isn't this serendipity? I'm actually seeing it in real time as it comes in." So I looked at it, and honest to God, I was dying. Okay, I had to put my drink down. And I immediately replied and said, "Girl, I am actually doing the most boring, drudgery, bullshit paperwork right now. I needed that so bad." I'm stating right here for the record, Your Honor, if I ever accidentally appear on camera sans pantalones, or, well, I mean, I don't have to wear a bra. I do, because I think there's nothing more like tacky, classless, and gross than to see some chick rolling around with, like her nipples showing. Trashy. Not to say that I don't go braless. I do, but I don't have to pick my boobs up from, what I'm imagining is probably her hip bones and, throw them over my shoulder. Oh, what is that Betty told me one time about my boobs? She said, well, I hope those fake tits will keep you floating when you're in the ground. Betty, girl, I'm still trying to get clarification here on what exactly that meant. I mean, I think I got it. I think it's translation for, ooh, I'm jelly, and that's just another reason to hate you since you're a decade older than me. And, well, I have found a way to defy the laws of physics and gravity. Sorry about your luck, Betty. I mean, maybe you can add a boob job to your wish list. Although you won't find my doctor on there. Oh, God. Oh wow, we've jumped the shark with this, and we're only how far in here? 9 minutes. Let me get back to the class. Saying hello to all the kids who are on time, present, and accounted for. Wine, crime, and mayhem. Good morning. SoFlo Mamas. I know SoFlo Mama. She says she loves fake tits. I don't know if she's part of the Silicone Sisterhood, but don't hate, Betty. Don't hate. Girl, you got a lot of other, you can come up with some very legit reasons to hate me. And, I don't know, 99.5% of the other women in the world. That's a very weak argument. Sorry for the boys in the class who are like, wow, what are we here for? You got kids, boys, you've accidentally stumbled into health class. You're the next class over. Oh, hey, Anna Vlogs. How are ya? Vanessa McCready. I think that's a new name. Welcome. Tay Kelly. Good afternoon. Heather B. Beachy. Good morning. Boston Nick. How are ya? Nicole LTL. Good afternoon. Tuesday child. Oh, there's Betty's well, Mike, what are you to be? Oh, you said Betty's like your sister. Okay, so there's Betty's brother Mike. Good morning. I used to say Mike was my internet husband, but I don't know. Mike and I are separated right now. We're trying to see if we can hammer out a settlement before the final hearing on my divorce petition. Yeah, we're trying mediation. So far, it's not going so well. Because it's like, Mike, we can get divorced. You don't have to talk smack on me all over town. Which, I mean, that's cool, but then I don't know why you want to come and hang in my chat. But Mike, I'm very benevolent. I always forgive you. Even if you did tell Betty I had a black soul. I prefer a red soul, Mike. She won't understand that one either. Don't worry. Oh, Mitten Mama, good morning, good afternoon. Why do I always want to say good morning no matter what time it is? Hi, Virginia. How are you? Oh, what happened? Why did it just disappear? Damn it. Hold on. I'm working my way back up to the top because for some reason I made... Oh, okay, Virginia, I need some class in my life today after watching a couple disgusting, and there's a typo and it says DTREAMS, and I'm thinking to myself, Virginia, now come on, girl, I don't want to hear about your dreams. I got you though. Okay. Hi, Fit and Curvy. How are you? TT, the good Tiffany. Maddie.88. Welcome. Still in leather. Hey, Cheesy Weezy. How you doing? Hi, Zen. Love. Good afternoon. JP. Good afternoon. T. Marie. Welcome. How are ya? Did I say hi to Outlaw? I think I did. Hi, Stella Bella. Hey, Bash. How are you? Dis. Yeah. I won't be doing any pantsless, no nude streams. I think that's another site. What's that called? OnlyFans? Holy shit. Can I just tell you, there's a whole bunch of podcasts my husband listens to on YouTube. And one of them is that No Jumper. He told me that some of these girls, these like influencer girls, He said one of these girls was making like 3 million a year. I was like, on OnlyFans? Like alcohol? What are we talking here? And while we both agreed, holy shit, that is insane money. No, ladies, please, I beg of you. I understand wanting to pay, needing to pay bills, living expenses, and wanting to be able to buy all the fun, cool stuff you want. But you can't do that. Well, you can do anything you want, but you shouldn't do it. Material shit. Here's the thing about material possessions. What oftentimes happens when you're constantly, striving for, when that's your goal, when that's your main goal is stuff. Well, you start off with a, relatively small ask or want. And then you get that, and then you get more, and then you get more. I can tell you, as someone who knows some people of incredible wealth, I'm talking private planes. What do you call them? You don't call it a boat, you call it a luxury yacht. I'm talking like picture below deck, real life, same thing. You've got a crew. I forget what it costs. I was told what it costs per day to run that yacht. At any rate, that kind of wealth. I'm talking about that and everything in between. If all you're after is material possessions, well, guess what? Once you get the first thing, well, then there's something else you want. And on and on and on it goes. It's a slippery slope. If you're just have money to burn and you've got all the other things, and possessions are just part of the fun stuff you can do, that's great. But when it's like, I want this shit, insert possession, and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get it, you will never be, you'll just want more and more. The more you, the old expression, the more you have, the more you want. It's true. So while I think it is just, wow. I mean, it's insane to think that OnlyFans, that people could be pulling in 7 figures. I mean, that's nuts. But whatever. I guess all of that is to say, especially for women, because thank God, came from a time when all of my bad choices in life, well, they're not memorialized for everyone's entertainment on the internet in the form of social media, etc. And thank God for that. So there really are things. You know what I always think of when I hear about, I can't find it because it's on my hand. You know what I always think about when I hear about these girls? That type of stuff, maybe. And listen, I'm not shaming if you want to, if you're in, what do they call it now? They don't call it prostitution. Sex workers. Do you. As long as you're not hurting me, I don't give a damn what anybody does. But here's what I would say. If you get to the point in your life where maybe you want to have a family, and you want to leave that behind, once you become a parent, I would never want to think that my kid could find me on the internet doing some, let's just say when you roll up to the PTA meeting, well, one of those types of situations. But back to your comment. If you ain't done a live stream, a nude stream, you ain't living. Oh, I'm sure there's many that would agree with you. Oh, shit. What did I do? I'm still working my way down. Hi, Nonsense. How are you? Nonsense, I was listening to you last night. I didn't jump in the chat because, well, for the very reason of what you were addressing at that point. And let's just say that it was right about the time that your husband came in the room and sat down on the bed. And I used to have the same Aussie. I had a blue Merle. I can still cry when I think about that dog. I loved him so much. So did my husband. He was actually my husband's dog first. And he looked just like yours. In fact, I said to my husband, I'm like, honey, look, she's got an Aussie and it's a blue Merle. Twin thing, how you doing? It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Pee Gate. Hi, Touch of Happiness. How are you? Amethyst Moon, hoodie and a crowbar. Oh. Tar Heel Girl, how are you? Ah! You want a silicone sister? Oh, they're all over. They're not hard to find. Chris, how you doing? Beer Can, how are you? Hi, Annie. Oh my God. Oh, a total hip replacement. Damn, I know they get you up and walking like that damn day. Woo. You know what? My mother-in-law, she had one not too long ago, and she's in her 80s, and she did great. So it'll be rough in the beginning, but you'll be fine. As long as you like cooperate with the therapy and all that, you'll be great. And just think how much better it'll feel. Fit and curvy, you want less boobs. Okay, see, this is life. Much like our hair, none of us have the hair we want. Well, I'll let that softball go. And some of us have the hair that no one wants, like Betty. Yeah, like girls with straight hair want curly hair, girls with curly hair want straight hair, blondes want to be brunette, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Audacity. Have fun doing those errands. God, I had to do several over the weekend. Oh, JP, Magnolia Pearl. Here's the good news. Tell your husband, don't worry about it. Because they are one of the few brands that not only will I almost guarantee that you can get your money back, sometimes, depending on the style, you will get more than you paid for them. So tell them it's an investment. Listen, I love a lot of Magnolia Pearl's clothes. I'm just too short to rock a lot of that stuff. I call Magnolia Pearl Little House on the Prairie chic. And it's got picture, if for those of you who are not familiar with the brand, and believe it or not, many people have never heard of it. It's pretty hard to find. They very tightly control the inventory. There's only a handful of stores in all of Florida that carry it, and they release, JP, check back like every 2 weeks on their website, because they release new designs every 2 weeks. And they only release, so let's say they come out with 20 new pieces that bi-weekly launch. Even the stores that carry it depending on, this is just a little bit of inside baseball because I know someone who carries it. And she was telling me that, let's say they come out with 20 pieces. Well, that doesn't mean that your store is getting all 20 pieces just because you want them. They use, I mean, I don't know all of the things they use, but I do know that they look at, the ticker tape, and they see how much are you moving, and how much are they making off of your particular store when they decide how many and which designs you're going to get. And they sell like that. So the minute they get them in, they're gone. So, but yes, I love their t-shirts. They're pretty much the only t-shirts I wear. And I just bought one the other day. It looks just like the t-shirt, and it's the same cotton, but it's a long dress, like a maxi dress. Super comfy. Oh, Tuesday child, good afternoon. Sorry, y'all. I'm just making my way down the chat. Oh, I can tell I'm way behind. When I see all those laughing, crying emojis, wow, I'm very far behind. Oh, Zen. Well, I'm glad I can be your entertainment while you get ready to go to work. What did you watch last night, Nick? Oh, the No Jumper, the one with the chicks that were making $3 million. One of them was, I think, $3 million a year. Let me tell you something. My mom would come and hunt my ass down. Like, I'm still scared of my mom, okay? And my son is still scared of me, and I like it like that. Maybe scared of me is not the right word. In all seriousness, much as I know, even if there were things that I wanted to do, which there's not, but even if there were, I would have to very consider how worth it would be to me, because my family, like, there's certain things absolutely non-negotiable, not acceptable. The amount of money I could make would not matter. And I think my son looks at me the same kind of way, and that's good. That's why my son's not a felon, and neither am I. Denise Oles, that's a new name. Welcome. Hi, Blank Slate. It was so nice meeting you the other day when you came up on panel. Hey, Mama Bear, how you doing? Blank screen. How are you? Another one of Betty's arch nemesis here on YouTube. Goodness, we're gonna have to get some kind of a filing system going. You know, library books, they used to do the Dewey Decimal System. No. Did they go by the Dewey Decimal System? I think they did. We're going to have to come up with, like, nemesis number 1. But then if we've got 2 people that she really hates a whole lot, maybe we need to do, like, nemesis number 1.1 paren A. And on it goes. Oh, nonsense. Feet pics? Yeah, something like that where it's what's going to happen with them that's the gross part. But yes, I'm glad I saw that. My husband was telling me that too. A lot of this is not just R-rated. Hell, I think some of it's X-rated. Some of it is, it's just like feet, and God, people are fucking weird. Aren't people strange? Can you imagine paying people to, how about oh, never mind. We're not getting off on that tangent. We'll be here all night. Sorry, y'all. I'm just I want to say hi to everybody hey, B Tim. I saw you sneak in here. Oh, today. Hold on, and I'm going to tell you in una momento. Okay. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Literally Davis fam. How you doing? Gina Diamond, there's my girl. Gina, I hope you're what we were talking about yesterday. I hope that whole situation has calmed down. Hi, KB. Helen Highwater. Another of my all-time favorite screen names, along with Sherlock Homie and Jane's Blonde 007. God, I love those names. I wish I was more creative like that. Okay, I'm almost to the end. Hi, Kia. How are you? Okay. Now, y'all want to hear something funny? I've talked about a few times about my my former best friend of 30 years. She passed away from breast cancer. And usually when I bring her up, it's always sad, obviously. But the other day, as I was, just running around like little Mary Maid, dusting with my Swiffer duster, I started dusting right around her where I usually keep her because you see, I have some of her ashes. And I thought, you know what? I don't know why I've got her out here. I had her on this beautiful, like, glass, kind of like I don't know, what do you call that? Like a hutch? It's several levels of glass shelves, and it's got pretty lighting in it. But it's open. It's not like a cabinet, like a china cabinet where it's closed in the back. So, but we never sit out there. That's the formal living room. It's the only people that hang out there, well, they're not people, they're cats. Because quite naturally they love to sit all over my pink velvet tufted furniture. Yes, so I've had to. Anyway, she's been out there for going on, well, about 2.5 years. So as I was dusting the other day, I thought, damn, why do I have her out here? Because, well, I know why I put her out there in the beginning, because I wanted her to be, safe. And she never got the chance to see me do anything on YouTube. She was absolutely, when I say my mother-in-law, my 80, my mother-in-law 80, I said she was 82, but I think she's 83 or 84. I know you're listening, and I'm sorry. You'll always be 50 something to me. I thought, even though because she never got to see me do this, she died probably, well, several months. No, maybe a year and I don't know. But she never got to see me do this. And she absolutely would have loved this so much. She would have been so tickled. And when I say my mother-in-law is my number one fan, well, much like we're going to have to come up with some kind of numbering system for, everybody Betty hates. She and my mother-in-law would have had to fight for that position. She truly was. She was that friend that no matter what, she always was about me. And whatever it was that I was, coming to her with, while she would, she was not, wasn't that person who was, because a good friend is not just going to say, oh yeah, fuck them, you're right, always, no matter, no. But she always found a way to give me her thoughts while at the same time telling me what I needed to hear, while never leaving any doubt that she was Team Lisa, period, end of story, always, no matter what. And that's a rare thing. If a lot of people, you think they're your friend, and when push comes to shove and it matters, you find out maybe not so much. But so when I was out there dusting, I thought, well, Jean, I don't know why the hell I've got you out here, but girl, we're moving. This is a little miniature urn, and her ashes are in this. And in front of me, I have this beautiful, well, it looks like Gucci, but it's not. I think I called it the world's most expensive cafeteria tray. It looks exactly like a Gucci print. It's got a tiger on it. It's pink. It's botanical, blah, blah, blah. But on that tray, I keep the keyboard, the little duck lives there, my little, this box, and then I have the bigger one where I keep bigger treasures and a pair of cheaters and whatnot. And I thought, well, damn. So I brought her in and I put her on the tray because I thought, well, shit, you can sit right here with me. And then this morning, when I picked the tray up to move it, to put the little, tripod thing to do the video, she fell over. No, nothing spilled. But I thought, oh, damn, I've told y'all before, I am the klutziest bitch in the world. And all I could picture was like some kind of Seinfeld episode where her ashes would be in my coffee, because it's a given that I'm going to knock this over. So listen, I told you I was still keeping you on the desk, but trust me, it's for your benefit. So I moved her back a little. But so I was like, well, I rarely dust in there. So it was just kind of funny how it all happened. And I'm like, well, damn, girl, I'm sorry I've kept you out here in this room all this time where nobody goes except the cats. So, okay. B10, back to your, Tuesday. Believe me, she would have she would have loved this so much. She wanted me to do a podcast way back, when that kind of started getting popular. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about the people. Yes, all the now off to the ugly portion of the program. Woo! Both metaphorically and literally. Oh, first, before I go on, believe it or not, I have actually had a couple emails asking me some questions about just some of the recent events. I'm going to say this, two things I'm going to say for the last time. Number one, anyone out there who is doxing anyone, stop it. I don't care if it's Betty, if it's Heels, if it's Queen Bee, I don't care who it is. Stop. No matter what anybody thinks they know. I realize, at least in the case of Betty, she's put her shit out here long ago. That's her prerogative to do that, but I would never do that. It doesn't matter how much of a nasty bitch I think she is. I wouldn't do that. So for anyone who, because as I sit in this chair, I have not heard Heels come out and say, yes, that is me. I know that everyone has made that assumption, and that is her. Listen, anybody who's putting her real name in chats or what you think is her real name, etc., please stop doing that. Okay, no matter what you think of the situation, stop. Don't do that to anyone. None of the people that I've mentioned and the people that I haven't even thought about. Just don't do it to anybody. It's wrong. We need to stop. I don't understand why people need to do this. It's a bitch move. Stop. So there's that. And there was something else. Oh, this is my final say on it. And if anyone asks again in the future, I just am not going to even acknowledge it. As with anyone I have ever had any communication with on this platform, off of the comment section, I have never, nor will I ever, disclose any of the communications I've ever had with anyone. Period. End of story. Okay, so moving on from that. Let's see. I think we'll do Laura. We'll get Laura out of the way first. Okay, because this came to me via text message in the form of a clip, and I didn't care about spending the time to go find it. I think she streamed it from Kick. So when Heels did her, what was it called? I think she called it retrospect. Okay, so when she did the live stream titled Retrospect, Laura was streaming her live from Kick. I was sent, hey Anissa, how are you? Long time no see. I was sent a very short clip of Laura talking about me. So I'm just going to play it from my phone into the microphone. Hold on. I'm going to take my phone out of the case. Okay. Let me pull this up. Well, damn it. I had it pulled up and ready. Okay, I think. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. Hold on. There was more than one, but there's only one I want to talk about. Because it was about me. Now, I got this. Oh shit, that's the full clip. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to. I think this is it. Why don't I hear anything? Come on. I don't understand why it keeps stopping. Damn it. Okay. Hold on, somebody. I guess I can pull it up right from from Laura's page. Oh, hell, didn't she change her name? I don't know what her new name is. Actually, I have the timestamp here, so let me just try and do it this way. Oh, shit. It's so hard on my phone because you can't.
See, Helen, how do I know you're a troll? Because you're in here and stating dumb stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna mute this until it gets to the part I want, which is only about a minute.
It's like the goalpost keeps getting moved. Exactly. Good way to put it, Betty. It really does. It just keeps going from, well, okay, we'll accept this. We'll accept this. But like I said, the best thing I heard today was.
And I don't even know who she's talking about. Damn it. Y'all, I had this pulled up on my phone, and I guess when I closed it down.
Don't fucking lie to people. That's who she is. The fact that people want her to fake it? No. Is that what you guys all do? You fucking fake it?
No. Nobody fakes anything on here, Laura.
People like you? That's fucked up. I couldn't believe I heard that today. What are you, crazy?
No. I think this is we're almost there, I promise.
And let me find that clip so you guys even know what I'm talking about.
Okay. While she's doing that, I'm going to set up what this is I'm going to play for you. I don't think she strikes people, does she? God almighty. We're almost there, I promise. I'm watching it. It's supposed to be at the 56-minute mark.
I don't know when she was actually on.
She's talking about me. Okay. All right. So what this is that I'm going to play is heels. Wait a minute. That wasn't the retrospect. That was the first one. So when I did, oh look, I'm wearing Tom Ford lipstick when I'm getting ready to talk to Laura, who's, Molly's BFF. Okay, so when I did my video on Friday where I explained my reasons for putting an end to that friendship, and I'm not going back into all that here, but I hope that the one thing that came through was that what it wasn't about was, oh, I hate her now because X, Y, and Z. Not at all. And for whatever reason, now I've been told this about Laura before, that well, depending on who's telling it to you, I've heard everything from she just makes it all up as she goes along to she twists things to fit whatever narrative she's asserting, etc. And apparently, for whatever reason, she's taken notice of me. I have no idea why, but whatever. And on Saturday, I was sent this, I think it was Saturday. I was sent this clip. And after I listened to it, I said, oh shit. Okay, now I get it. I understand a little more these things that I hear people saying about her. Because she took a very short, I mean, I think it was like a minute maybe, clip of something I said and turned it into this. So I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to, well, I'm not going to do a Betty. I mean, I could pull my own video up so that you can hear my words. I don't, for the benefit of anybody at home, I don't need that because clearly they were my words. So I know what I said. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is Laura on moi. And what she's telling her people that I said. And then I'm going to tell you what I really said. And here's the thing. I give two shits about Laura. Okay. I don't, unlike her, who's taken notice of me for whatever reason. I have no idea why. I don't listen to her. I hear her on the clips, and that's it. I've said several times, I find her to be someone who seems to be chronically miserable, disgruntled, etc. She's not exactly, a ray of sunshine. I don't find her, oh shit, please tell me I did not, oh, there it is. I don't find her to be funny. I don't know if she even tries to be funny, but there's just, I can't stand her accent, which I have also stated many times. That alone would never make me not listen to someone. If I liked their content or, what thought much like they did, I would never say, oh, sorry, I can't listen to you because I can't stand the sound of your voice. So that's just a petty thing on my part, which I acknowledge, okay? But it's just the way that I feel. So I'm not sure why she has taken notice of me, but for whatever reason, she has. So here, and like I said, I got this on Saturday. Listen, if I actually, I'm going to say the same thing I told to Dolly. Oh, by the way, Dolly, if you're watching, hey, and feel free, come on over. You can bring your seeing eye girlfriend. You can bring her. What's her name? PJ. PJ, you can come along. And if you can behave, well, you're welcome to come up on panel for, I don't know, this is probably the fourth or fifth time since you came in my chat and said some really vile, nasty shit about me that isn't true. And quite frankly, that is defamation, what he did. I gave him his warning, and that's that. But by all means, feel free to come on over. And like I told Dolly, you say whatever you want to say about me that is opinion. You want to bust on my looks. You want to bust on my content and things I say. Have at it. You want to tell me I'm old. Insert insult here. Have at it. And I also said, if things like that bothered me, well, I'd pretty much have to live on YouTube. Like, I don't know, 23 out of 24 hours a day, doing what a lot of these people do, which is image management all the time. They get all like in a tizzy with things people say that they find, well, insulting, whatever the case may be. I have no problem with any of that. I have never sat in this seat and thought for 1 minute that I was exempt from the exact same things that I dish out. I mean, obviously, those insults are going to look a little different because I don't think there's anybody that's going to call me dumb. And incidentally, that is pretty much the one and only thing I care about. Because for someone like him or Laura or anyone else to have their thoughts, their opinions, their jabs hit the mark, well, I'd have to believe them. If that would have to be like a personal weakness within me. So oh my God, I don't need that visual. Oh. Anyway, he is, truthfully, I would love to talk to him sometime. And I promise the respect he did or did not give would dictate how long the conversation would go on. And I absolutely positively would start it off right here at neutral. And as long as he could be, just not heinous, I would love, see, because if you can't, I would talk to Betty. I would talk to any of these people. I would attempt to. Whoops. Because I don't have any actual malice or hate in my heart for any of these people. I don't care about them that much. The only thing I care about that people may say about me is when you want to take my words and you want to out and out twist them or lie about them to represent that I said something that I absolutely did not say. And that is when I will feel the need to set the record straight. And that's just a thing for me. It has nothing to do with them. Do you think that I think for 1 minute me playing what was actually said will matter? If someone is going to do that, see, because I don't do that with people's words. I'll play it, if at all possible, I will play it straight from their content, and then I will pause it and I will react to it. So it's for my benefit that I'm going to set the record straight, because that's just who I am. Am I doing it with the idea that it's going to change one thing any of them do or say where I'm concerned in the future? No, it's not. But I'm not going to let my words be twisted. So here is what I'm going to play what was said, and then I'm going to tell you what was actually said. And I may or may not, if I can go through these messages and see actually I can. I think I will pull mine up, because I would rather my own words from that moment that she's referencing, I am going to play them. Not that I need them. I know exactly what I said, but for the rest of the class.
And I want you guys to know I have more power than
Oh, fuck. God damn it. Yeah, no, Laura, I would say stick with your original thought. I don't know about anybody else, but you have exactly zero power where I'm concerned. Like, do you like know how weird that is to even say such a thing? Like, I would never say that I have power over any, frankly, it's so strange to me. Some of these people that the delusion that some of these people think as to their importance and their power, and to actually utter those words out loud is well, it's interesting. Okay, so here we go.
I ever thought I could have. Like, no joke.
God damn it.
I left here as a comment, said your race just owners, plenty of race. That's what I'm saying. Like, I respect her for standing by her, like, conviction. So her apologies will count, but not Zap Girl. I don't know. For my personal feeling, no.
Come on.
I can't deal with that. But I want you guys to know how much fucking power I have.
She's got power.
The live I'm about to play.
Hey, Six Up, how you doing?
She said that Heels had once texted her that I was talking about her and it ruined her whole vacation. You need to fucking evaluate yourself. If someone mentioning your name causes you to ruin an entire vacation?
Okay, girl, I don't know if you've ever been to the Ritz-Carlton or not, but there's not you or any other idiot on here that could ruin a vacation. Not anywhere, but definitely not there. And that is not close, Laura, but no cigar. Okay, that's not what I said. I'm going to play what I actually said. And like I said, it's not because I think that she's going to hear it and say, oh, well, okay, I was wrong. Sorry. I would say my chances of getting struck by lightning 4 times when I walk the dog in an hour or 2 are probably better. So please don't think that this is, it's just me setting the record straight, because much like I'm sure Laura and everyone else on here, nobody likes to have their words, well, I'll just say twisted. That what she said bears no resemblance to what I said. I don't know if she has a processing issue, because it's not the first time that I have heard people talk about that this is something she does. So I don't know if it's just who she is, if there's some kind of an issue, whatever the case may be. So let's I'm just looking at the comments. There was something else I wanted to say before I play what I said. What was it? Oh, I got this on Saturday. Okay, so if I really was that twisted up about it, well, I'd have flown right in my office and I would have said, this isn't true. Well, it's not true, but it certainly was not anything of the magnitude that couldn't wait until the next time I came in here. Okay. So there's that. And Laura, let me just clue you in on something about me, which of course you wouldn't know because you don't know me from anywhere but, here on YouTube. If you think that someone talking about me would forget a vacation at a 4-star resort with family and lots of shopping. If you think that something like that would be enough to ruin even my day, never mind my vacation, then perhaps you are the one who needs to, what did she say? Reevaluate yourself. Well, Laura, I don't know if you partake in this particular exercise, but I do on the regular. I evaluate myself all the time because I'm not a delusional narcissist. And I'm not saying that that remark is not aimed at Laura in particular. That's just kind of a blanket thing for what so many on here seem to be suffering with in my non-medical, for entertainment purposes only, diagnosis. Because, people who partake in some of the more evolved cerebral pursuits, well, we realize that all of us should always be reevaluating or evaluating. That's what learned people do. That's how you grow. You grow by looking inward and reflecting. So while I would agree with what you said very much, that if someone talking about you on the internet would ruin not only your vacation, but your day, then perhaps this is not the E version of the Hunger Games, a little bit of Lord of the Flies, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, UFC. My husband, when I come into my office, he now calls this the Octagon. Hey, Chaos, how you doing? 6 Up, hello to you too. I said hi. I don't know if you heard me because listen, I'm old. And when I'm trying to get it from here to here, I have to try and I'm not good at, unlike Laura, who I will give her this. Another thing I've always heard about her, and it does appear to be true, that she talks and reads all of her chat, apparently from beginning to end. Good on you. I am not quite as gifted in that endeavor. Hey, Brittany, how you doing? Hi, Deanna. And whoever, do we have mods in here? Emmy, are you still here? I should have said this in the beginning. Y'all, blanket statement in case I'll forget again. anytime that something needs to be dealt with in the chat, y'all do what you got to do. You do not need to ask me. You don't, just take care of it. And, you know, Mike, please don't, like, I look over and it looks like the chat's getting stirred up because of things you're saying, and just don't. Sleuthing Tater Tot. I love that name. Welcome. Please. Like, what? Why do we have to do this every damn episode? And y'all do what you got to do. And if we need more mods, in fact, hold on a minute. Let me just do that real quick. Hey, Kathy P, how you doing? Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, so you all heard Laura. And now I'm going to pull up what I actually said. And I will also give you, I'm going to give you the context as well. Okay. Oh, damn it. Timestamp. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I should have my shit together. All right. Well, I need the live from Friday. And let me see the timestamp. I'm going to go ahead and I'll give you the, oh, I actually wrote it down. Okay, let me pull that. I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm going to play it. What did that thumbnail look like? God, you guys, I am so sorry. I'm a hot mess right now. Okay, I found it. Hold on. We need to go to 229-ish. Okay, we're getting close. All right, so I'm going to play this in just a second. Here's the context of what I actually said. Not what Laura said I said, what I said. I had just finished reading the part of the text that I sent to Heels as to, why I was parting ways. And I think the panel, I had just opened up the panel. I had said that something that had bought that, like everybody, when, hindsight is often 2020, much sharper than, well, certainly than foresight. But I had just stated that, in looking back, I think it was in reference to when I said that I felt like I had always been more invested in the friendship than she was. And I still feel that. I chalked up a lot of things to just her personality, and maybe many of them were, but I also said that it was very typical that it would take, she never, well, I won't say never, rarely, at least 50% of the time, my text messages were not answered in any kind of even remotely timely fashion. I just chalked it up to, she's busy. I don't know, I'm assuming she has a job, besides YouTube. So I don't need to paint a picture. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. We've all had these experiences in life where we notice things during, and then maybe once the situation is done and over, whatever it is, you can look back and say, oh yeah, well, what about this time and that time? Blah, blah, blah. So it was in that context. And I made the remark that not only had there been a couple occasions where I did not understand the response that I got regarding something that I felt like I had done, gone out of my way unsolicited to take up for her when, someone was talking shit about her, Molly. And her initial thoughts, it was not what I would have expected, let's just say. So it was in that vein of things I was talking about. And I said, one of the things that in the very not so distant past, that bothered me was the fact that I was going on a very short, not a vacation, it was 2 days, a staycation to meet family. And down in Betty's neck of the woods, well, not Betty's, you know what I'm saying, her county. And I had been texting her right up until the time I walked out the door. I was getting into my car and I said, okay, I'm leaving. Hey kid, how you doing? Hi, Runs with Scissors. And I, there were several times in our text exchanges where I said how very much I was looking forward to being YouTube free for 2 days. I said, I'm not looking at anything, and I'm certainly not going to be doing any content. And one of the things that I said in hindsight that I was looking back on that really bothered me was the fact that I went on a Wednesday. I was coming back on Friday. So I believe it was Thursday. It was not the first day I got there. It was the next day. She sent me a text. And it was a picture, in that text was a picture of Laura's thumbnail. And it said something about, oh, Laura's talking about you. And I said, it bothered me that she did that. What I did not say is that it ruined my whole vacation. It had jack shit all to do with Laura, who apparently thinks everything's about her. No, it could have been, the person was irrelevant. It could have been anybody. Just insert name. And honestly, I wouldn't even have appreciated it if it had said, oh, Joe Schmo is talking about you and they're saying how wonderful you are. I mean that because I had made it very clear that I was going to not, I don't get this. What is it with some of you people? Like, you can't put the fucking YouTube down. I can. This is not my job. I'm not on here making money. It's a hobby. And I think if you're even remotely normal, you must put the YouTube down. Like, it's At least for me, it's almost like a compulsion. I know when I get to the point where just the sound of one of these assholes' names like gets me irritated. That's how I know. That's my own internal trigger warning. That's how I know it's time to put the YouTube down, because I don't exist in my real life in a cesspool of scumbags. I'm just an old lady that watches PBS Masterpiece Theater before she goes to bed. And, has an internet shopping problem. Well, brick and mortar shopping problem too. But that's part of the reason I keep this shit going, because it occupies my time where I would otherwise be shopping. And that's not, I know it's just a little funny, a little bit of levity, but it's true. And oftentimes things that are true, well, they're the funniest. So I say that in a flippant manner, but it's very much true. So no matter what, it would have bothered me. The only reason, well, let me just tell you, if the situation had been reversed and she had been me and I had been her, the only reason I would have reached out to her would have been if someone was plastering her government name, address, and phone number all over YouTube. In that case, because it would have been like a safety concern, well, at that point, I would have reached out. Anything short of that, no. Hi, Okie Crime News. How are you? Oh, nonsense. Absolutely. Like toxic. Radioactive toxic swamp water is it, really. So I know that it must be difficult for some people to understand that this YouTube gig, it is not a way of life, a job, a social life, a spouse, etc. None of this, and I get it, everybody's reasons for being on here are different. This fills different purposes for different people. But I simply said I didn't appreciate the fact that she felt the need to reach out to me to tell me something that, I don't know, I guess she thought it was, it doesn't matter what her motivations were. That's irrelevant. I just didn't appreciate it. That's all. So let's listen to what I actually said about that very subject. Oh, look at her. She also, told me something that, and I would never disclose what it is, but it was also something, a big thing. Oh, what I just said right there, that was the talk that came up about the medical situation. I was just saying that she did not say anything like that to me. But there was another personal situation that I absolutely said it then. I'm saying it now. I'll say it forever. I will never discuss any of that. But that's what that was in reference to. And I cannot believe I am sitting here reviewing myself. Wow. And I think this is the timestamp. And we're only doing this for the purposes of what I actually said. Something that I thought about. Remember when I was do you remember a few weeks? It was only been like 2 weeks when I went down to the Ritz-Carlton to meet my relative. Well, everybody knew I was going out of town because I kept talking about, oh my God, I can't wait to go. Do I have to transform this clip? And I actually was texting Heels. We were having a back and forth as I was getting ready to get in my car to go. And I very specifically said, I am so looking forward to being, I said, I'm going to be YouTube free for 2 days. I'm not looking at it. I'm not. And do you know that? No, what? Tell us. She sent me a text while I was gone, really, to tell me that Laura was talking about me on her panel. Uh-huh. I never opened it. What? You never opened it? What do you mean? Laura said it ruined your whole vacation. Wait a minute. Somebody's got their wires crossed. I still didn't open it because I don't care. But it bothered me when she did it. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, hi, Crystal. Sorry, I'm just reading your comment. I mean, if you guys want to come up and talk about it, I'll put the link down. I mean, I said what I, needed to say. But it bothered me that she said that to me. And it was like, I don't think it was the first day, it was the next day. It was like first full day that I was there. And I thought, now why would she send me that? She knows I'm on vacation. Like, wait, what? I was surprised to see that channel has been up for a year. I'm going to let it go for another minute. And to the person that just sent me that text message, I did read it, and I will text you when I'm done. But please don't. It's not a. I'll text you when I'm done. I'm sorry, and I'll text you when I'm done. All right, I'm just going to let it go for just another minute because I want to make sure there wasn't anything. Oh God, I don't know anything about that, Leo. Okay, hold on. I'm going to I'll put the link down. Okay. Yeah, I would have never done that. I would have never sent any friend of mine who was enjoying, like, very specifically, I said, I ain't doing shit on YouTube for 2 days. I need this break. I'm so looking forward to this. Mm-hmm. I mean, short of she's, got your government name and address and she's putting it all over the internet. Short of that, like, why would you reach out to me and to tell me that when I'm on vacation? Yeah. So there you have it. Hi, how are you? There was no place that I said she ruined my vacation. that wouldn't ruin my day. I mean, like, I don't know what kind of, what are y'all doing? Eating some hubris laced brownies? Is that what's wrong? Everybody's got these real high opinions of themselves, and they're no. Laura, go back to your first thought, which was something about you didn't know you had this much power. Yeah, you have zero power over me. And here's the difference between me and you. I certainly don't have any power over you or anyone else on here. And I would never say such a thing because, quite frankly, it's stupid. Okay. I cannot imagine, much like Betty this morning. Yeah, we're getting on to her now. So that's it. That's my correction I wanted to make. Laura, if you think you heard me say at any point anywhere, and you can pull that up word for word, where I said she ruined my whole vacation. Please, if you find that and you're going to talk about it, just leave me a comment and I'll be sure to come and listen. Okay. All right. Who's next? Oh, how about we'll do the clip. We'll do the clip. We'll play Emmy's clip of Bull Scorn Betty. Betty, you know what? Here's what I thought this morning, because I listened to Burnt Toast this morning. Yesterday yesterday I did a lot of work. My list, I like my list. And when I don't get all the tasks done on the list, I just move those items to list number 2. List number 478, subsection ABC 1, 2, 3. And I got a whole lot of just paperwork, accounting, all kinds of shit done yesterday. So I didn't listen to Burnt Toast. And y'all, all joking aside, I think you should question yourself if you do not feel the need to put the YouTube down every once in a while. I can't imagine that it's not good to exist in this constant state of drama and chaos and toxicity. Ew. Gross. Like, I am very glad that I very much have the internal, like, hello, it's time to put it down for a few minutes, because it is very easy to lose sight of the fact that the people we talk about, they are in fact people. Okay. And you know what I like to do? I like to play the if not for game. And where people like Betty and, the rest of the tragedy pimps are concerned, I like to play the if not for the whole YouTube thing, would I like these people in real life? Assuming, because with some of these people, I feel like it's maybe 50-50, part persona, part. And it's not just the tragedy pimps, it's with anybody on here that you listen to on the regular. And in the case of Betty, I think Betty is on YouTube very much who she is every day of the week, IRL. I think she, and the reason I say that is because if that wasn't really her, I feel like there are things that she would maybe like, take a note, you know, much like what were we like, you know, looking inward, self-reflection. So no, Betty definitely would not be anyone in real life that I would ever get down with. Yeah, Betty to me is the personification of when hubris and ignorance collide. You get an explosion with very tragic hair named Betty. So yeah, Betty. Dolly, I bet if Dolly was still working at the 7-Eleven and I rolled on in there like I have done many mornings in my life, I think 7-Eleven, just, you know, putting it out there, I think their glazed donuts are on par with Krispy Kreme. Not when Krispy Kremes are hot, but, you know, once they've cooled down. And their damn blueberry sour cream donut, if you like that kind of donut, hard to beat. And I like their coffee too. So if it was one of the many mornings that I rolled on up to the 7-Eleven to get my donut and some coffee, I think I absolutely would very much enjoy him, because my 7-Eleven had, truthfully, I don't think I ever met anybody over the years. I don't go there much anymore, but there were not too many people that I ever met that worked at my 7-Eleven that were not really cool. And it's a neighborhood 7-Eleven. So every time you go in there, I knew the owner. I knew most of the people that worked there, not the people that worked overnight shift. Although I actually probably did know them, because if I was going in there early in the morning, they were still there from the night shift. Most of those people were super cool. I mean, the minute you'd walk in the door, hey, how you doing? Good morning. So I think I definitely, outside of YouTube, in that particular circumstance and setting, I don't think there'd be anything objectionable about Dolly. Betty, of course, would be standing right next to me, bitching about why the coffee isn't hot enough. You don't have any of my creamers out, and how come you don't have any of the donuts that I like? I can hear it all. Hey, Stargazer, how you doing, Stacy? Hey, Revival, how are you? Yes, listen, nonsense. Eating any kind of sweets in the morning, whether it's cake, pie, that shit's all just, it's sugar. Doesn't matter if you pour it in a bowl with milk or heat it in the microwave or you get it. So I think it's very easy. The only thing I know of Dolly is Dolly True Crime in it. I didn't know Dolly or listen to him or any of that shit before he did true crime, my understanding is from people who did, that he was pretty popular. I mean, I guess he still is pretty popular. I don't know. He can be entertaining. I mean, I'm not going to take that from him. I think I won't give him more credit in that department because I know too much about all the shit that swirls around him out there. And I've seen some of I mean, the way he spoke to Eileen, the Quentin Simon debacle. No, I've seen enough of him. And I give two shits what he does in his personal life. I couldn't care less. I don't care how many girlfriends he has, had, or will have in the future. Like, none of that matters to me. I just, in terms of bearing in mind that all of these people are real people, and I do try and remember that when it comes to speaking about them, because I'm actually going to quote something I heard Laura say one time. And I think I agree with most of it. It was something along the lines of people, I think it's much like what I'm saying now. And I'm paraphrasing what she said, but the gist of it was we are all real people behind these avatars, and nobody can take all the, I think she said all the arrows or something. Nobody can take all the arrows all the time and not have it get to them at a point. In theory, I would agree with that. Where I have a hard time, where I diverge is, well, if you're even remotely interested in how people view you, and I care about how people view me. I do. That is not the same as caring what somebody who I don't even consider in my league has to say about me. That's a very different thing. And when I say in my league, I'm not talking about YouTube, because not for nothing, but it just kind of has me pondering. Well, why does Dolly give a shit about anything I'm doing? Because of all of them, he is the one I have talked the least about. So, and I don't think I've said anything particularly heinous in the scope of things I hear being said about him. I've busted on his height. I've busted on his hairline. I've busted on his physique. But I've never leveled some of the accusations that others have. And he's got, I don't even know how many subs he has, a lot. So it does make me wonder, like, why are you worrying about me? Well, I know what my answer would be. Well, obviously you see me as some type of threat in some way. I don't know what it is, because I don't think Dolly and I speak the same language, so to speak. We don't speak the same version of the King's English. So why are you worrying about me? Now, if I talked about him every single day and I was yammering away on him, well then, I could understand it a little more. But I have a little teeny weeny tiny channel. I don't I have no clue if Laura has spoken about me before, nor do I care. But it did make me wonder with her as well. Like, why y'all taking notice of me? Excuse me. Because I have, the only times I've ever had anything to say about Laura and any of her content is when, the whole community has been talking, where she's she's the subject of the day for whatever reason. But other than that, I've never gone out of my way to talk about her. I don't know shit about her, except in those very limited instances. Betty, no clue. I don't know whether Betty talks about me or not. Don't care. I mean, quite frankly, I would expect no one to take me at all seriously about anything I say. If I sat here and said Betty wouldn't be 100% justified in trying to give back to me what I've given to her. But I'm not out here doing outrageous shit for attention, money, views, etc., that the entire community is talking about. So while I have no problem if she wants to talk about me, or if she is, I don't know, or if Mike Stevens wants to sit in her chat every day and say I have a black soul, despite the fact that he's here front and center every single episode without fail. And, I've had different theories on Mike as time's gone on. First, I thought, oh, I think it is really just what he said. I mean, he introduced me. He introduced himself to me first time he came here, and he made no bones about it. He said, I love Betty. I don't agree with most of what you say, but I like to look at you. Apparently, Mike, has met my more shallow side. And then I thought, after a little bit of time, I thought, well, damn, he's just a straight up troll. Because he started to get more and more disrespectful in the chat. Because I've said 1,000 times, I don't give a shit. Say anything you want about me, as long as it's not, defamatory and based on something that you would have no facts to make the assertion. Kind of like what Dolly said when he rolled in here and refused to take the link. And much like I heard Burnt Toast say, anybody I've talked about ever is always welcome to come up on panel. And I listen, I promise, I don't think there's anybody, despite whether you hate me, love me, or something in between, I don't think there's too many people who would ever say, oh, yeah, God, that bitch, she has no class. She's, foaming at the mouth, screaming, carrying on. That's not me. So anybody who would love to tell me about myself is always welcome to. As long as you can, keep it somewhat civilized. So, and then with Mike, it's like, well, then I thought, I wonder, God, could Mike be Betty? Then I'm like, no, because Betty couldn't keep it together long enough to not lose her shit in the chat. Then I thought, well, maybe he's another YouTube content creator and this is just his troll account. Then I thought, well, maybe he's actually and here I think I think probably the closest version to what Mike is. I think it's probably a little bit of all of it. And I do believe he probably, if not by request, maybe just by virtue of the fact that he loves Betty. I don't know, maybe that's his self-appointed position, is to come and listen to and screenshot shit that Crimes and Fashion says or things said in the chat. Whatever, it doesn't matter. All of that was to say, I don't care. Say whatever you want. You're perfectly within your rights to say anything about me you want. I don't care. Because this is not my life. And it does make me wonder. I know what my answer would be as to, why are these people taking notice of me? Because I know how hard it is for me to keep up with my comments and responding in a timely manner. And I really try to give more than just an emoji. I really do. And I know how quickly that can get away from me if I don't stay on top of it, which unfortunately I rarely stay on top of it. With my little teeny weeny tiny channel. So with a channel the size of what? Dolly, Betty, Laura, all of them. Don't you have like better things to do on YouTube than worry about me and what I'm doing? Because I don't worry about what you all are doing. And Laura and Dolly, I explained. Laura almost never. Dolly, a little more than no, I'd say him almost never too. So yeah, it is interesting to me to wonder, why are they taking notice of me? I'm hardly. Hey, Amberly, how are you? Well, thank you. That's very sweet. Hi, LG. I mean, I'm hardly an anomaly. It's not like I'm out here, I'm, on my own making the most noise on YouTube about these people. No. So, I wonder what that could be about. Oh, Tuesday, yeah. And listen, I totally get it. YouTube, I will say this in defense of some of the people that this is indeed how they make a living. And because it is how they make a living, obviously, it is all about growing the channel. I do understand. Well, I don't understand, but I appreciate the fact that you have to do what your audience wants to see. And obviously, everybody picks their poison, whatever. Some of it is more mean-spirited than others. I see a really fucking mean streak in Betty. Dolly, I don't know what his deal is. I think he's a misogynist. I cannot understand a man who, like, dude, nobody told you that this is where you had to be in YouTube. There's so many communities on here. There's every type of interest in the world you could possibly have. There's a community for it on YouTube. I know because my husband hangs out in, car racing, Formula One. IMSA, not NASCAR. He watches a lot of finance channels and, stocks, etc. He likes horticulture, technology. I mean, he's, like most really smart people, he's got a wide field of interests. So while I'm not gonna say why are men hanging out in here? No, not at all. But you are predominantly, y'all are like unicorns. There's not many of you in this space. It's primarily female driven, which is why it's so fucking dramatic all the time. And there's so much conflict, because anytime there's more than 2 women, there's problems. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's just the reality. So it is odd to me to see, I don't find it odd that men, I think I heard Willow say something that was really, or was it, no, it was Boston Nick. Or maybe it was both. I think it was both of them. But it went a little something like this. Why? Like, dude, we're one of a few. What's weird about us as a dude wanting to hang out where all the women are? Like, isn't that what most guys try to do? So I would never say, why are you hanging out with the women? But I will say, since you have elected to be in this sector of YouTube, why are you so hateful and I mean, you're a misogynist. I'm sure you've heard that term. I know you can't spell it and probably can't define it. Ask your seeing eye girlfriend. She might be able to help you, because she definitely seems to have more on the ball than you. But that's another thing. I mean, it's kind of weird when you send your girlfriend to handle your business. I'm the opposite. Like, no, I want a man to, like, I don't want a man who sends me to put on my Kevlar dress and my sexy sky-high heels. Oh, PJ, your man, he does like my shoes. If you want to get a pair, just hit me up. I'll tell you where to go. And I only know that because he left me some comments on them. That was when he got caught with Betty. I mean, I don't know if there was anything going on with them. I just know they were together, and he was his girlfriend, his other girlfriend, maybe 2 more before you. I don't remember where Missa fell in the order, but she very much did not know that he was going to be vacationing with Bets. That was when they had to sleep in the car. Oh gosh, I mean, who doesn't want a man that, well, spoils you when it comes to your accommodations? Yeah, I always say that I like to stay in hotels with a number in the name. It's 1 number, it's an even number, and it's not a 6 and it's not an 8. Yeah, no, even if I was single and your man was not with you, yeah, we couldn't dance, because I don't sleep in cars. Not since high school, maybe. I don't know. And yeah, we also couldn't dance because I'm taller than him when I put my heels on. But I don't understand. I'll say this. Were it not for the really nasty, misogynistic, mean streak I see in him, my God, if he used that part of him that is entertaining and somewhat funny, just imagine what he could do with that if he hadn't said so many vile, disgusting, hateful, just gross things to various women. Aileen, Savage, there's another woman that I don't even know her name. That was a controversy from quite a while back. Missa. I mean, you could own this place. You could have every woman on here parked in your live streams. So yeah, it is interesting that you're concerned with little old me. But thanks, because I mean, I'll take the exposure. Of course, a lot of the people that follow you, they're just not going to get me. And I'm not going to get them. And that's okay. I mean, that's why we have all these different channels. So hold on. Let me just make sure. I think there was one other thing. Damn it. Oh, Jesus. I love the way this pen writes, but it's one of these old school deals that you just turn it and the ink pops up. And I can't. God, I've always got the wrong end. What the hell is wrong with this thing? I don't get it. Like, it doesn't matter which end I twist. It's not, the ink isn't. Oh my God. Okay, next. New pen. Okay. Oh, look. I brought my Barbie pink cup in. Y'all, I'm in heaven. I told my husband last night, I said, honey, guess what? This is such a good time to be alive. And he was like, oh, why is that? I said, because the Barbie movie came out and every clothing designer, shoe designer, home decor, you name it. Everybody and their brother is doing a Barbie collab and is doing, listen, pink and purple, but always pink, has been my favorite color since I was a little tiny little thing. So it's a good time because there's pink everywhere. I am getting jewelry. I'm getting so many emails every day about, come look at our Barbie collab. It's a good time to be a Barbie girl. All right, I've already dropped the black glasses, so we're going to have to move to the backup pair. Okay. Now we're going to do the little clip of Benny. And then I'm going to talk briefly about Burnt Toast live stream. Oh, here's what I wanted to ask. Y'all, I'm going to put a community post up and I'm going to do a poll. I can't do it here because apparently you have to do that through Facebook and I don't have Facebook. So I'll do it on the community post. Oh, it's a good movie, Stargazer? Oh, okay. I definitely, I didn't even have any plans of seeing the movie, but I will. So here's my question. Oh, and Burnt Toast, hit me up if you ever want to do I would love to do a collab live stream. when more documents come out from Betty. Oh my God, y'all, after listening to that last night, I said, holy shit, before this is over, Queen Bee's attorney is going to be paying her. He is going to be paying her for all of the entertainment value. And funny aside, there is nothing that professional, whether it's the judge, the lawyer, criminal, civil, doesn't matter what jurisdiction, whether it's circuit, civil, all legal professionals despise pro se litigants. Hey, Diamond Cutter, how are you, girl? And the reason they hate pro se litigants is because it just is another cog in the wheel. It slows what is already a painfully slow process bogged down in this, a lawsuit, whether it's civil or criminal court proceedings. It's just hurry up and wait. That's what it is. And when you get a pro se litigant like Betty, it makes things take longer. Because while she is going to be held to the same expectations as the real legally educated people, and oh my goodness, after those, well, I knew when I saw the lawsuit, which I do have somewhere here in my office, and I'm gonna find it because I'm getting to the poll. But it, well, she's got to know and is expected to conduct herself as a lawyer is. That doesn't mean that the judge, while no judge can give legal advice to her, they can, listen, especially in the civil realm, enlarging the time frames, that judges have a lot of discretion to do that kind of thing. And the fact that she is pro se is just going to make this process all that much longer. And I have a feeling that, well, I've kind of gone back and forth between two. There's a part of me that thinks, because she is a petty, spiteful bitch, there's a part of me that, in my opinion, oh, you know what? Let me say something here, and I'm going to have to start saying it at the beginning of every show. I say this all the time, but I want to make sure I say it at the beginning of every episode, and that is this. Everything you hear me say as I am sitting in this chair, unless I say that is a fact, it is my opinion. And you'll have to take my word for it when I tell you that as a 53-year-old woman, I am very much aware that, unlike Laura, I don't have power over anyone anywhere. But we'll just keep it confined to YouTube right now. Anything I say is not said to try and get you to come to my side of the fence. I'm not trying to sway you to the dark side. No, I'm just giving my opinion. But I am of the opinion that Betty, I think the way it'll go down is I think she truly believed when she started this shit show. It was out of spite. I don't think she's done this enough to even be close to being considered a vexatious litigant, but that judge doesn't know her like we know her. And we know, well, it is my opinion that Betty uses the court system as a penitential toy. I think she uses lawsuits, whether she actually thinks they have any merit or not. I think it's how she tries to get people to stop talking about her. And I think that when she started this shit show, I think she thought that she truly is smart enough and savvy enough with the legal process. See, because I have never believed that she's got a legal education. I personally have never believed that she's even got a high school diploma. That's me. That's just my belief. And unlike a lot of people who just base their opinions and beliefs on nothing or bullshit they hear other people saying, no, I don't have that opinion for any reason but this. I judge someone's education level at their based on their verbal and written communication ability. And I will say that I have known more than one very, very bright person who is not overly formally educated. And you know who I'll tell you is someone that exactly fits that bill. This came from him. This is something he said on a live stream. I'm not like violating any kind of confidence that someone else told me. I heard it come out of his mouth on a live, otherwise I wouldn't say it. The glare. I was very surprised when I found out that via his own words that he is not. I don't think he graduated high school. I would not have ever guessed that. He sounds very educated when he speaks. I think that is more often than not the exception rather than the rule, being that someone who's very bright is not necessarily have a lot of formal education. In her case, I think she speaks as someone who has at best a high school education. I have never seen, and I base that on everything I have heard from her over a year. I don't think she conducts herself or speaks as an educated person. She constantly she's like the Joe Biden of YouTube. She's constantly making verbal gaffes. I mean, behoove anyone? And I mean, that list goes on. She behooves you. And even better, not just the fact that she constantly uses words in the wrong context, cannot spell them, cannot define them. Even more than that, when these things are pointed out to her, and not just by me, by all kinds of people, where the real ignorance comes in for me is the fact that you are seemingly so ignorant that you think your thought is correct. And all the rest of us are just, we don't know what we're talking about. Like behoove. Like that is why she will, in my opinion, while she will continually, she has been drugged for filth over the word behoove. And trust me, behoove's not the only one. That's just the one I remember. She's been drugged for filth over that. But still keeps using it wrong. And it's, trust me, it's not because she's never heard anyone point it out. She has. Trust and believe. But that's why I say, I do not believe. She does not sound to me like she's very formally educated. And I have never seen. And she doesn't, she's not obligated to produce. But I have never seen any. And let's remember, she herself has put all of her information all over YouTube pretty much from the time she got here. I mean, I don't know why she did that, but she has on many occasions. So I don't know why. If I've just never seen, I've never seen her say, "Fuck you, haters, here's my degree." And like I said, she's not obligated to do that. But I mean, if it were me, I think I would. But I wouldn't believe it anyway. I can only go by what I hear and see. So I think when she started this folly, which is what this is, I think she actually thought in her mind that she was smart enough and knew enough to go up against a real lawyer. Well, I think she never thought it was going to get that far, number one. The lawyer, that is. I think she thought, oh, I'm gonna hit that bitch with 150 pages of fucking nonsense. I mean, I knew when I saw the style of the case. And the style of the case is the who versus who. That's in the matter of, that's the style of the case. I knew immediately when I saw that she was trying to join a party from a jury. And Betty, you might want to fix this. When you say, I'm dropping heels in the air from the lawsuit because I have no jurisdiction over her. Honey, you have no jurisdiction over anybody. You don't even have fucking jurisdiction over your hair, clearly. I think what you should have said is I think it's the Ninth Circuit of Knox County. Sorry, I said Kern earlier. The Ninth Circuit of Knox County, and the judge in the case has no jurisdiction over heels in the air. We don't use personal parties having jurisdiction. Not in the way she was making the comment. So I think she thought in her 150 pages of, wow. Betty, I agree with Burnt Toast. And I've told you before, you should get your money back if you did indeed attend what I call a finance company that gives you a degree for the pleasure of financing your education at, what you likely pay more than a Harvard Law grad pays for a 2-year degree at, the finance company. Yeah, I would ask for your money back, because if there was ever any doubt for anyone who really does have some legal education, well, that 150 pages cleared that all up. So I think Hi, Nicole. No, I have not, but I want to see it. I'm going to see the Barbie movie. We're talking about Skipper right now. You know, she's Barbie's third-rate cousin that had to get all the mismatched clothes and she didn't get a Corvette and she didn't get a dream house. She lives in, you know, government housing and drives a damn Chevy Chevette. And she doesn't have a Ken. No, she's got a man who's, you know, in and out of county lockup. Shit, this hair, I'm looking like Skipper today. Hairdresser tomorrow, folks. So yeah, I think Betty thought that she was gonna intimidate Queen Bee, which, and let's face it, it would intimidate anyone to have a dump like that. 150 pages of wow, just wow. I mean, I said that when I started to redline it. Oh, is Dolly here? Hold on, I'm going to lay the link down. Okay. I don't like poor people, and you got a yellow brick road nose. What does that mean? I got fake boobs, but the nose is all mine, I swear. I have never had nose work. What the hell is a yellow brick? What is a yellow brick road nose? Shit, I wish I'd have known he was in here. I swear to you, I saw. Damn it. Dolly, come back. Because I didn't see his avatar. I looked over and I saw somebody's comment said, what does that even mean? I'm scrolling up through the comments to see if I can. I mean, so far I only see that one comment from him. Well, Dolly, feel free to come back. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Somebody, how long was he in here? Oh, Betty flipped out today? I haven't seen it. Can somebody tell me how long was he in here? Dolly, I wish you'd stop doing that. Like, listen, you can come say whatever you want to me. And like, I don't know why you come in and from what everybody is saying, you made that one comment and you left. I don't like, why do you do that? What do you think I'm going to do? Like, I'm not going to flip out on you. I don't do that. And I really, what I want to know is what the hell's a yellow brick road? I'm serious. What does that mean? A yellow, what did it say? You have a yellow brick. Hold on, I'm going back up because I got to read this again. I don't okay. You don't like poor people and you got a yellow, it's you have. And it should say you don't like poor people. I mean, I would have used a comma, but but you did use a period, you used punctuation, so I'm only going to penalize half a point. You don't like poor people. Dolly, that is not true. I don't have anything at all against poor people. You know who I don't like? I don't like mean, dumb people. That's who I don't like. the first time you came in here, you told me I don't like Black people, even though you have absolutely zero. You had no reason to say that to me at all. No one has ever heard me on YouTube or in my real life. No one has ever, ever, ever leveled that accusation at me. And you had no reason to say that except to come in the chat and stir it up. And you left. And now you come back. Do we know for sure it's him? I mean, I'm assuming at this point it probably is. But, you know, I guess there does exist the chance that, yet again, someone using Dolly's avatar is coming in the chat. But much like the last time, it's one comment that I guess you think is a mic drop. Okay, maybe a Mr. Microphone drop. Do y'all remember Mr. Microphone from? Wasn't that? I swear to God, I think it was the 80s. I think I was still in high school. And there was in the well, it wasn't an infomercial because I don't think it was quite that long, but in the commercial for the Mr. Microphone, there was like a convertible with two guys in the back, two in the front, and they pull up to these girls. I think they just had shorts on, walking down the sidewalk, and they pull up in that car and they say, "Hey, good looking." Oh, there was something else I have to ask my husband. It was hilarious. So yeah, Dolly, I don't think that was a mic drop. I think Mr. Microphone drop. Because I don't get it. I don't listen. I absolutely do not. Okay, this time he didn't say hate. So I'm glad you're evolving in that respect. You didn't say I hate poor people. You don't like poor people, period. Usually, I'm just going to say, so I know there are certain times when it's acceptable to start a sentence with the word and. I'd be lying if I said I could tell you off the top of my head what those circumstances are, but they're few and far between. Oh, is Emmy still here? She was a teacher. Emmy, when is it cool to start a sentence with and? But typically, but I am very happy you use punctuation, so that mitigates starting the sentence with and. But all joking aside, Dolly, I don't hate poor people. I mean, I realize you don't know me, just like nobody else here knows me real life. If it wouldn't dox me, I would tell you some things that would maybe clear that wrong thought up for you. But be that as it may, I don't think that anything you pull up here and say and then quickly leave, I don't think you really believe most of those things. Because I think if you did, I think it's just for effect. I mean, do you come in here doing that because you think it's going to throw me off my game? Is that what it is? Because believe me, you're not the first person to roll in here and try and do that. And you know, I've seen people say some things that are much meaner than telling me I have a yellow brick road now. I don't know what that means. If nothing else, could you please just tell me what the hell that means? But yeah, I do not hate, or he didn't say hate. He said I don't like poor people. No, Dolly, I don't like mean people and I don't like dumb people. Those are two groups of people that I absolutely am saying. I don't like. So back to what I was saying. So I think Betty thought that she miscalculated, much like she's miscalculated the bleach to peroxide ratio when dyeing one's hair. I think she thought that she would not get a lawyer. I think, Betty, you severely miscalculated the love that this particular community has for Queen Bee. I don't think she at all expected her to be able to afford a lawyer. And she was, from everything I've heard, she was absolutely correct in that respect. Where she sorely underestimated, and I think even Queen Bee has said several times that she's absolutely blown away by how many people have stepped up. Dolly, do you know that she said the other day that every time you fire up a live about her, someone, she didn't say who, and I don't even know if she knows who, someone gives her $50 that I believe she said, that person said it would have been going to you, but they're giving it to her. And then there was another $50 for every time. That part I don't remember. Is that right, Davis? Literally, Davis? Jay Kelly, listen, y'all's guess is as good as mine as to what the hell a yellow brick road nose is. I think, hold on. I'm going to do a community post where I'm going to ask the question, what the hell is a yellow brick rose nose? And I'm going to need y'all to answer. Put your best guess. And maybe Dolly, since it's not like live one-on-one interaction, maybe he'll, Dolly, will you, since you won't come back and talk to me, despite the fact that I've asked very nicely and laid the link down a couple times. I get it. I mean, I don't, but I guess I do. Since you don't want to come back and talk to me, will you at least answer me in the damn community post? Because I'm curious now. I mean, I know you like my shoes. You like these? What's even more impressive is the fact that I can do that. So yeah, Betty didn't count. Betty counted on what she got with Crude, which was settlement quickly. And I didn't know him. I think he was leaving right as I was coming into YouTube as a creator. I do remember, didn't he use the live stream in his living room? I think I had seen him once or twice. So I think she thought she'd serve her. I think Betty figured it was $375 well spent. And I've always thought that it wasn't even, I think most of it was with only Queen Bee in mind. Like, oh, this is mano y mano here. This is about you and me. Oh, I think Betty wanted it to have much more far-reaching consequences. I think she wanted it to be a message to everyone who speaks on her. Like, be afraid, be very afraid, fear the bullhorn. Yeah, I'm just stating as me that, ooh, I don't want my name. I don't want any, like, when you think of Lisa, I do not like, I want you to think like, oh, she's a little Barbie girl. Yeah, no, what I don't want is to have the word bull anywhere in my name. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm sure there are many things that come to mind when you think of Lisa. Some of which might be evil, wretched bitch, yellow brick road, no. Sharp tongue. I mean, I get it. There's all kinds of things that probably people think if they hear my name. One thing I know they do not think. They don't. The word bull never comes into play. Horn, not unless it's me honking the horn of that beep beep, that new Barbie Panamera dream car. Yes, that's, yeah. All these wish lists and whatnot. Trust and believe. If Lisa makes a wish list, I'll pick up the tab for the sticky notes. If y'all will buy me a Porsche Panamera. And I would like, if it's not too much to ask, the coordinating Chanel bag to ride shotgun. So yeah, no, I don't want bulls or bull horns or bull anythings. I'll just leave that there. Associated with my name. So I think Betty thought it was $375 well spent. Betty, that $375, pumpkin, would have been better spent on a master color specialist to correct all this mess you got going on. I wonder, no, never mind. I'll save that for another time. So yeah, I think Betty thought that she was going to take Queen Bee down. I think she thought that she was buying a lot, kind of like a strong man kind of deal. Not straw, strong. Like, you better be afraid, or Betty will hit you with a 150-page lawsuit, 149 of which nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah, that was an embarrassment. I started to redline it. So that's kind of where I'm going with this poll question. I think I see this proceeding in a couple ways. I think Betty is probably still, because she's, in my opinion, Betty is a very bad combination of, well, what is, in my opinion, poorly disguised self-esteem that's in the gutter, like non-existent, because oftentimes people with little to no self-esteem project outwards as being narcissistic. And I mean, I'm not a shrink. Maybe you can be both at the same time. So I think she's just delusional enough to think that she's still like, I got this. I got this. I don't need a lawyer. And I don't think Betty's subs are going to, even if she could get them to fund an initial retainer for a lawyer, I don't think she's got for any number of reasons, I don't think she will get the same. Like, I think QB subs like me. Oh God, I think we're like, oh, please give us a counter soon. Please, we'll fund it. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think Betty is seeing her reign of terror. I think I understand she's back at TikTok. Oh, I'm sure they're so happy to have her back. I mean, I know I'm happy to see her. Do you wear pants on TikTok, Bets? Yeah, we're going to watch that in a minute. So I think going forward, I think Betty is still in that delusion of, I got this. Like, I got this. I know what I'm doing here. I don't need a lawyer. I got this. I am legally educated. I have a legal education. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, God. Yeah. Even the YouTube jailhouse lawyers. You don't got this, Betty. But please carry on. I think that she will. I think she'll take it all the way to the point where she's going to have to appear in person. Or if she was smart, she would let this thing go. She would reach out to that attorney and she would say, you know what? I've thought things over and I think this is just going to be too much of an effort to handle pro se. I am not prepared to stroke a check for what it will cost to get an attorney, etc. But I don't think she is smart enough to do that. I think she'll keep it going just to shove it up Queen Bee's ass. I do think she would do that. Because she's a very penitential type of person. Ooh, a bedazzled echo. God, I have had so many bedazzled things throughout my life. When Betty got that stupid bullhorn, that's probably plastic crystals. When she was going on about that, like she invented a Swarovski crystal anything, I brought my old school BlackBerry in that had been completely crystalled in AB crystals, and it had a big giant, like Laverne and Shirley, pink L for Lisa. Like, bitch, you did not invent that. Sit down. I don't think Betty's ever been a girly girl. So I think just to cost Queen Bee money, aggravation, and stress, I think she'll keep it going all the way up to the point where she can't take it anymore, where it's going to be shit or get off the pot. It's going to be, no, we're not giving you any more time to fix your complaint, i.e. what did they call it? A list of particulars or a schedule of, I don't even remember what they called it, but, what was it? A demand for, was it particulars? Is that what they said? I think when it is apparent to the judge that she is absolutely 1,000,000% out of her depth and not capable of doing this pro se. I mean, honey, that was apparent the second the clerk did this. And I believe that number that Burnt Toast was referring to, I believe that is what's called a Bates stamp. And a Bates stamp is, it's a number system, a number labeling system that they use in, I think every jurisdiction uses it in lawsuits. And it's a way to keep all of the documents within the case categorized under this Bates stamp number. So I think when the judge says, this is it, you either get you answer this demand. I think what'll happen is he'll probably give her, if she asks, I think he'll enlarge the time. She's on a 28-day response now. I think the judge will enlarge the time at least once, maybe twice. And I think when it gets to the point where she has not done it to the satisfaction of the court, and Queen Bee's lawyer, he'll know when the point comes that he asks for a dismissal, hopefully with prejudice. I doubt that will happen because she is pro se. But I would imagine that when it gets to the point where the judge is comfortable dismissing it, based on the numerous errors that thing is riddled with. I said when I saw that, why the fuck are you putting all your evidence and laying out your whole entire case in the frigging complaint? Why are you doing that? I mean, I've never sued or been sued for defamation. So that was just with my very general legal education and knowledge that I asked that question. I also said, I'm like, that isn't anything that I know anything more than general knowledge about. I've just never seen, and maybe that is how you do it with a defamation case, but I've never seen anybody lay out, like she put the evidence and all her arguments, poorly made, within the complaint. I mean, it was weird. So here's the poll question. Well, now that I think about it, I was going to say, should we redline Betty's whole complaint? But then I thought of this. Fuck that. Because if I was redlining it, I would be making corrections. And I would be, instead of saying this, what you should have said is. And that wouldn't even be based on even legal argument or anything like that, just in the wording. But no, I'm not gonna help that bitch. And that's what would happen if I did that. That just struck me that if I sat here and we did it like daily, few pages at a time, yeah, no, I'm not interested in helping Betty do anything. So forget that. Okay, I think we're gonna watch the clip, which is hilarious, and we're gonna, before we do that, I just want to pull up Burnt Toast from yesterday. And I'm just going to go to the very end. Give me 1 minute. Oh, there's the clip from Emmy. And I've got one from Bash too, of her being just hateful and heinous to Leilani, Simon's mother. Okay, what am I? Look, okay, Burnt Toast. Okay, we're going to go to. Oh, look at that. I swear, with every day that goes by, she looks more and more like the love child of, I don't know, why are they all professional wrestlers? Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Like, if the three of them threw their DNA in a blender, a ninja blender, this would be the love child. Y'all, please give me una memento. I have got to run to the bathroom. The minute I come back, I'm going to play this clip. I will be one. Okay, thank you. Oh, God, much better. Good Lord. Drink a ton of coffee before I came in here. Okay, all right. Let's see. My timestamp is 2:29. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Obviously, that's not the right timestamp. Oh, here we go. 1:46. The other one was my timestamp. Okay. Here we go.
That, teach us how to be more productive, that tell us
Betty's doling out advice. This is the woman who's been reading the same self-help book for, I think just short of 2 decades. Betty, find another book. Betty, I saw your TikTok performance. Okay, 2 things, Betty. Spaghetti's like little micro spaghetti straps, girl. That is not a good look for you. No. Thank God, I'm very glad to see that unlike TikTok, you are employing 342 filters and football stadium lighting to make you look like that. Betty, girl, you have got to get the TikTok filter dialed in, because Betty, you don't even resemble this person. And this person's I'll just leave it there. Yeah, I would suggest before your next TikTok offering, you just want to. The reason I know you're not using a filter is because I can see all the things that the filter in the skin smooths over. So yeah, just a little, constructive criticism. You might want to get that dialed in. Okay.
How to get the noise out of our life. I'm constantly trying to find ways to improve and better myself.
Really?
Yikes. This is how you do that, Betty? Frivolous lawsuits to harass people. Kind of sounds on brand for you, to be honest with you.
Oh, Betty, my God. Holy shit. Is she wearing a damn bikini top? What the fuck is she wearing? My God, I didn't realize I didn't realize how offensive this is until I blew it up full screen. Oh, God. And she's got that gauzy looking filter going. Can you imagine what that looks like IRL? Betty, when your arms have enough flab on them that it looks like, I told Molly Golightly that those giant Jagombi boobs that she's got, when I told her that those look like she had somebody's ass sitting on her chest, your arms look like somebody's ass sitting on your chest. Like, my God, Betty, why do you do this? Nothing says professional everything like streaming with no pants, your bra in the corner, and your fucking bathing suit top. At what time is this? Oh, God. Betty, see, this is the part that makes me think you must believe in the P.T. Barnum school of thought that like all publicity is good publicity, because I just cannot imagine appearing on camera like this. I can't. It's funny because I know Laura gets very upset with people who do not show their face. In fact, I think I heard her say that she believes that if you do not show your face ever, there's like a nefarious reason behind that. Now, Laura, I think they're just smarter than you and me and don't want to, put their mug out there for all the internet weirdos. But strangely enough, Laura's bothered by the people who don't show their face. I'm bothered by the people who show their face, and I wish they wouldn't. So see, there is that.
Moses' mom, welcome to the dumpster fire. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're just in the dumpster.
Okay. Spring, nobody's saying that. If you need some attention, seek therapy.
And leave all the noise behind. I can't help who is jealous of me. And let's be
That was it. That was all I wanted you to hear. Betty cannot help who is jealous of her. Betty, who would be jealous of you? Like, seriously, who's jealous of Betty? Let's try and make a list. Those that want to be platinum blonde, who still retain 10% of their hair follicles, unlike Betty, who's got 17% of her follicles intact. So there's those people. All the Rhodes Scholars of the world. Yeah. Bill Clinton, he's a Rhodes Scholar. you know, because they may be Rhodes Scholars, but they don't have Betty's book. They don't have Betty's book of the language of letting go. Oh, Betty, look at it like your hair, girl. Much like your hair, just let it go. Let all that anger and that boiling rage that just bubble, toil and trouble, just beneath the surface, like let it go. Those who don't know what the word behoove actually means, so they're really jelly when they hear Betty using it all the time. They say, God, I wish I knew a big word like that. Those who couldn't get their local municipality and or government agency to pay for their 3 roof shingles that are laying in the grass after a heavy rainstorm. Those who don't have quite the impressive collection of lanyards that Betty has. Who else would be jelly? Those that aren't as comfortable and intimately familiar with a lectern or a podium as Betty. Those whose I'm reaching here. I think I'm at the end of my list that I can come up with off top. Listen, I'm just trying to, this is off the fly. Ad hominem. Ad hoc, sorry, not ad hominem. Well, maybe a little bit of that too. This is just like, much like we'll call this an ad hoc dragging. I didn't prepare for it. Much like the Manatee County Board of County Commissioners can never quite prepare for Betty. I didn't know I was gonna have to. I guess I should have known. I pulled the timestamp, but I didn't think to jot down notes about who would be jealous of. But women who are not married and or involved in a relationship, because neither is Betty. And oh God, I'm sure they're scared that any potential Tinder, Match.com, chance meeting at the grocery store, male, could quite possibly swipe the wrong way because Betty is still in the dating pool. Those who have the very bad, those whose wardrobe and sense of non-existent sense of style. Oh yeah, like the middle school boys who buy their wardrobe at Spencer's Gifts or Hot Topic. They might be jealous of Betty's wardrobe. Mark Zuckerberg might be jealous of her Hard Rock hoodie because, Mark has an impressive collection of hoodies, but I don't think I've seen him rocking a 1990s-ish vibe Hard Rock hoodie. Those whose non-existent middle school boy fashion sense. isn't able to rock a pair of Jane Fonda's either Jane Fonda's bike shorts from 1983, 4-ish, circa mid 80s, and or granny panties that Betty apparently forgot to put her pants on the other morning as she's live streaming. I'm pretty sure I've never forgotten to put pants on to come live stream. Yeah, I have the opposite problem. It usually looks like a damn tornado has gone through my bedroom when I'm trying to decide what to wear. But see, I like everything I own. So sometimes I can just spin in a circle, and that's what I should do. I should just spin in a circle and whoop, just like a heat-seeking missile, wherever it stops. Wherever it lands, that's what you're wearing. Kind of like a map. Where in the world is JLR and Waldo? You just open up I come from a time when we had paper maps. Now I guess we'll just have to use a cursor and Google Maps. But, much like you used to open up the map and kids, get in the car. We're going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Sheboygan isn't Wisconsin, right? Fuck. Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Hasenfest Incorporated. Oh, it's getting time to wrap this up. Yeah, I'm starting to get slap happy. Yeah, so if y'all want to, throw out, oh, Becca, yes! Now, granted, this is all just my ad hoc. Oh my God. Yes, granted. Betty, don't you take it for granted that, I'm sorry, granted. Don't take it for granted that, you won't miss us when eventually you go away. Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know. I mean, I'm very encouraged by the fact that I see her making moves to go back to TikTok. There's a part of me that never wants her to leave, because I have to say, she is, without a doubt, second only to Prayer Garden of America, YouTube's most illiterate viper. Betty is only second to Prayer Garden in the absolute non-existent need to prepare ahead of time to talk about. Like, if I prepared ahead of time, we would be here all night. Like, I couldn't stop coming. It's better for all of us that I do not do any prep work. And oh God, why is this chair doing that all of a sudden? Can y'all hear that? It's something with I don't know if it's the you know what I think it is? I think the canvas is getting loose, because this is like, it's stitched on either side. They just make a pocket. And I think because I lean back in this thing, I think when it gets loose, every time you move, it makes these crazy, oh God, it like nails down a blackboard for me. Hi, Sheba Mom. Oh God, y'all, you cannot make this shit up. I am very encouraged by the fact that I see her at least contemplating going back from where she came. No, not hell, TikTok. Yeah, but I don't think you can make money on TikTok like you can here, right? I tell you what, if you took the money out of this, all of our problems would be solved. These people would be dust in the wind. I mean, they couldn't close their accounts fast enough. They would, much like, what I'm sure some of them have, something tells me that more than one of the TPs collectively, well, something tells me that amongst all of them, well, at least one, probably more than that, but at least one has, let's just say, had to move under cover of darkness and on very short notice. Yeah. Well, I think, is there anyone who hasn't enjoyed Betty with bra? The bra, I mean, that to me, that's just I don't get it. I know that when I did this, and then when I got up to go to the bathroom and I looked and I saw that a couple of my flowers over there are, they're wilting. I'm like, oh God, I can't believe I didn't clean the vase out. Yeah. I mean, Betty, I can look at her yarmulke bra. I'm not even Jewish, you guys, but I am a fan of a lot of Yiddish words. Chutzpah, mensch, yarmulke, although I don't know if yarmulke is actually Yiddish, but yeah, when I saw Betsy's bra, in the background, I thought, damn, it's like she could wear it as a yarmulke. And then I thought, but women don't cover their heads. I don't think they do. And if they do, it's not with a yarmulke. Like old Italian Catholic women, a lot of times will cover their head with, well, I think it used to be called a mantilla or a mantilla, which is like a lace head covering. I don't think women ever wear yarmulkes, but that's just what I thought when I saw that bra. I was like, well, damn, girl, recycle, reuse, make yarmulkes. When life hands you lemons, make yarmulkes. Oh God. Oh, my chest hurts. Yeah. So the bra was more funny. Ha ha. It wouldn't happen to me, but that could happen to anybody. Because I guess, was she off on one of her very important business meetings somewhere? Oh, fuck. Oh God, my chest. Oh, I have a lot of neck problems, and when I don't either sleep and or even sit properly, it like I'll feel it right down through here. Maybe it's God getting ready to strike. What was that on Sanford and Son? He used to say, Elizabeth, I'm coming. when Fred Sanford was being bad and he was being a dick, his heart would he'd start getting chest pains, and he'd always say, Elizabeth, I'm coming. Oh, that's me. I'm like, oh, if it was on my left side, I would have thought it was chest pain, but it's on my right. Sorry, Betty. Sorry, Dolly. Oh, fuck. Oh, it does hurt. So yeah, the bra thing, that was just kind of a funny, haha. The pants, not so much. Here's my hope. And I'm not, because they're both fucking weird. How does this happen? Neither choice is good, okay? But for purely aesthetic fashion reasons, I'm gonna hope, fingers crossed, that they were granny panties. Okay. Because I can get it. I mean, I don't wear them. I'm sure that will come as a very big surprise. But just because I don't wear them, that doesn't mean that I don't understand that other women do wear them. I mean, not everybody wants a piece of dental floss up their ass. So I get that. I'm not going to hate on her. I mean, I'm going to bust on her, but I'm not going to hate on her for wearing granny panties, because there are women who, although I don't know. See, I've always thought it would be better. It's better just to have dental floss and you forget it's there, rather than wearing granny panties and they're constantly like digging them out of their, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't seem like they would stay in place. It seems like, and my God, talk about panty lines. How do you hide granny panty lines? Although I don't think Betty's she's not wearing a bandage skirt anytime soon. But if my choice is granny panty or the unforgivable, heinous fashion crime of wearing Jane Fonda's bike shorts circa mid 80s, no, that I cannot work with. That is like, we've got bigger problems than I even knew. If she voluntarily wore those bike shorts, as opposed to being so dense and, quite frankly, lazy AF, that she would be live streaming in her underwear with no pants on. I guess the only consolation is that she does not, in fact, well, let's just say her lingerie choices are not what mine are. And thank you, baby Jesus, because my God, could that have gone, woo! Now that would have given me heart pains and I would be in the hospital, quite naturally live streaming, because that's what everyone does when they go to the hospital, right, Veda? How is little Veda? Is Veda still freaking out, losing her shit? Veda, you got to calm down, girl. You're going to be on blood pressure medication at the ripe old age of, what are you, 20 something? Mid to late 20s, early 30s. What is she? I mean, she acts like she's fucking 13, 16 on a good day. I mean, I feel like your YouTube experience is not complete until you have rage streamed from the hospital. What's another thing they all have to do? Well, apparently live stream sans pantalones. There's some other things that, here's another one. Hi. This is going to be really hard. This was the video that I never wanted to have to make. I'll think of some more, but not right now. I think we're going to play this video and then I'll give some parting thoughts. And then we're going to blow this pop stand, because it's been 3 hours and 18 minutes. And much like the judge in Betty's case, like, I'm over it. I'm YouTubed out, and you know. Okay, hold please. History. Oh, there it is. Unmentionables and lack thereof. All righty. This is from Headstones and Headlines. Our own Emmy. If you are not subbed up, which I'm sure you are, but if you're not, please do. All righty. Present.
Well, we'll just stay here for a few minutes to make sure nothing else is going to.
God, that filter
yeah,
freaks
we
me
can all
out.
sleep in tomorrow, but we can't because
That's
we
how
can't
I
have
see
coffee
her.
cup.
She looks like a
Coffee
frog.
cup.
You know what she looks like? That filter. Every time I see that, I think it's some kind of radioactive inbred frog situation. Like that tadpole, it split off the. It didn't cleave in half. It went in 1/16, and it's just like it just freaks me out. What the hell? What hotel has a blood red accent wall? Oh wait, she must be in an Airbnb or something, right? Oh god. Oh, there's Betsy's little bra, her little yarmulke band just hanging off in the side.
That pesky early bird coffee club, that annoying blonde that just never shuts up in the morning. Yeah, you got to be here or be square. Be there or be square.
Jesus. Hey kids, welcome back to Dick Clark's American Bandstand. Be there or be square. Like, what fucking era is Betty in? She's, you know, I never really thought about it until someone pointed it out to me. A few someones, in fact, pointed out to me some of the very antiquated turns of phrase. Like that one, be there or be square. Yes, Dick Clark. What's on American Top 40 this week, Dick? Casey Kasem, take it away. American Top 40.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Well, listen, we've had a really long day today, a lot of driving, lots have been going on. Thanks for keeping me company. Thanks for staying in the chat too.
Oh, let me guess. Was she barreling down the interstate going, oh, I don't know, anywhere between 85 and 100 while listening and watching the GPS, the chat, live streaming, and doing something with some fucking large magnets in her car? Is that what she was doing? God, that is a hard day, Betty. Oh, Lord. You know, Betty, we all have our cross to bear.
Been kind of up and down. We had some missed opportunities because our internet went down a few
missed opportunities with your hair.
A few times. It drove me nuts when I was in Virginia, and like I'm looking
Betty,
around and seeing cell towers everywhere, and it was dropping. It
Oh,
dropped like
God,
three back to back, like literally
happens.
within an hour. It dropped three times, and I'm just like, we've been
Betty.
doing so good. We went through so many.
Okay,
states.
somebody's going to need to help me out here. Maybe it's just because mine are man-made. I mean, those look like rather large cups. And I'm not going to give my cup size because that would be gauche and tacky, and I just wouldn't do that. But Betty's that bra just looks rather large for Betty. Like, I've never seen Betty, but I guess if gravity is doing what gravity does, even if it's not in an effort to, never mind.
I mean, we went through Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then Virginia.
And did you stop to see Dolly?
I'm close. I'm right on the outskirts of DC. I'm right on the outskirts of DC.
Oh, are you there?
I just realized I threw my bra.
Oh my God!
This is right there.
Betty, you got to stop with that hair. Every time she gets her roots done, and I'm just stating for the record, Betty, your next lawsuit, it should be malpractice against your hairdresser, because no competent professional would continue to put bleach on that head. And every time you go to the hairdresser, do you realize that your hairline moves south by what appears to be an inch to an inch and a half? So keep on, Betty. I swear to God, I didn't even know it could get worse, but it has. And putting big grandma curls does not disguise the fact that your hair is see-through everywhere, and it is quite literally melting. And listen, Betty, think wig, not roots and highlights. Think if you're going to continue on the roots and highlights, you are going to be bald if history repeats, and if the damage we're seeing here continues as it is, Betty, there's going to be nothing left. And I'm here to tell you that while some women can rock a crew cut like Demi Moore in G.I. Jane, there's been several, but you got to have like all this to pull that off. You are not going to look good in a buzz cut, but that's what you're going to have. Just keep on keeping on, girl, because trust me, I'll have a ball with it just like everyone else will. Betty, I'm trying to tell you this for your own damn good, but I know you know better. Keep on keeping on, girl.
People are going to be rewinding. We'll see it on a clip channel. Born Betty takes off her bra during.
No, idiot. If you had taken your bra off during the live stream, well, hell, I don't know. Maybe she did. Did she take it off during the live stream? I'm pretty sure we'd have a line at VisionWorks of all the people with burned retinas that need emergency intervention. So I'm hoping she just misspoke and that she didn't actually do what my husband calls the bra trick, where we all know how to do that. Unclip it, put your arm through, undo this, and then pull it out the other side. Yeah, the bra magic trick. Yeah, please tell me she didn't do that.
Let the puppies breathe. You gotta let the puppies breathe.
Yes.
All right, guys.
God, that's nothing says. Oh God, Jesus, Betty, how many times do I have to tell you?
Oh, it's my stove. Hold on a second.
Here we go. Oh, I honestly, I think those are bike shorts. I don't think they are granny panties. I think they are incredibly ill-advised spandex blend hot pants on one who is, oh God, tepid, lukewarm at best. No, Betty, not advisable.
Kept hearing a beeping sound, right?
Oh, she came back. She came back a lot faster than she flew out. Oh God. Wow, I'm scarred for life. I mean, yes, I think I am now. Emmy, what's your professional opinion based on your professional, you know Betty perhaps better than Betty knows herself. You spend a lot of time with her. By the way, I'm going to need you to tell me how do you wash that out of your brain pan? But I need your professional opinion. Are they gray? Are they like a heather gray bike shorts / hot pants that nobody but a cocktail waitress at Scores should be rocking? Especially if her ass cheeks follow suit with her breasts and gravity has started to take hold. There's nothing. The only thing that could make those shorts worse are if there is a very flat saggy ass inside of them. And I'm, I don't know her like that, but if the front is any indicator of what's going on in the back, then Betty, my professional opinion is burn those. With that yarmulke bra, burn that bra. You don't have to burn that bra. Burn your bra. And burn those damn shorts. Yes, Sophie King, I do believe that is what that situation is. I think they're heather gray, cotton spandex, cotton poly blend, hot pants shorts. God, no, and no. I was going to give her a pass if they were granny panties. Not that I know how you forget you're not wearing pants, but well, hell, it did happen to, what was that guy's name? Was that CNN or MSNBC? He was one of their anchors, not a huge one. And during COVID, not only did he forget, actually, he was quite conscious of the fact that he wasn't wearing pants. He was not apparently cognizant of the camera angle and what it was capturing. I'm sorry. Like, I just can't imagine how that guy ever got. I mean, he is back on the air from what I understand. I would move, if that had been me, I would have moved to a foreign country, had plastic surgery to completely alter my appearance, and never be heard from again. So, yes, that was quite unfortunate and very, very ill-advised. I can't remember that dude's name. Well, so that was that, kids. My little dog is back, and he's like, Mom, I gave you the courtesy wine the last time, but now I really mean it, and you need to take me out. So that is what I'm going to do. Oh, well, kids. Oh, Emmy. No need. We don't care why you did it. And listen, you didn't don't let anybody tell you you did anything wrong. You told me she's still got the live stream up. If she's got the live stream up still, then clearly she's not bothered by it. So don't you spend 1 second being, oh God, so forget. Oh God. Yes, Mike is back. Hi and bye, Mike. All right, kids. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Today's Tuesday. I am getting my hair done tomorrow. And I don't think I have anything else going on the rest of the week. So maybe, God almighty, it'll be Thursday. Jeez. I tell you what, the older you get, the faster time flies. It's why my husband and I have this running joke. It's always Christmas. It's always Christmas. All right, children, I'm going to bid you adieu. And I still have a ton of work I need to make a dent in. So I will either see you Thursday or Friday. My guess is probably more like Friday. And oh, thanks, Emmy. You like it? My Barbie shirt. I love Barbie. It also, you can get it in white. It comes in lots of colors. Oh, love roots. See my root zipper? I get it done every 3 weeks. All right, children. Y'all have a good day. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's always fun. And Dolly. Next time I go live, if you're so inclined, and it kind of seems like you are so inclined every time I go live. I'll drop the link again, and I'm still waiting. And Dolly, I don't know if I can wait until the next time I go live again. So if you would go to the comments and please, would you just please tell me what a yellow brick road nose is? I have no clue what that is, but I want to know. All right, kids. I hope you guys all have a great day. I will be seeing you out here on these streets. Bye.